Well, this is a quick one, but I was on the last ship leaving Earth. Earth was completely devastated. Cities were demolished. Water levels were crazy. Everything was completely flooded. Hardly any life left on the planet. We'd evacuated a lot, apparently. I was on the last ships. Don't know why. I'm sitting next to my mother, and of course I'm looking at her. I'm like, wouldn't it have really sucked if I had overslept today? And she just like glared at me. And I'm like, yeah, this is probably not a good thing to be joking about. So we're in the ship, and the ship's like, it's like cruising around, probably like maybe about like 30 meters above like the surface of like the water and whatever debris is left. You can see some remnants of cities and things in the distance. And so we're not like gaining speed or anything. I think we're going somewhere. We're going to this place, and I forget how they're launching the ships. There's this big, huge machine on this riverfront, and they've submerged something, and the other end is attached to the ship, and it's almost like it's getting some magnetic something from the core, and then it shoots the ship up into the air. It was really cool. The only thing is, as I'm realizing it, there are people manning this, so those people aren't actually leaving the planet. So I'm like devastated. I'm like, there are these people, they're making a sacrifice for us, and I'm like, oh. So that was really kind of harsh. So, but the ship was great. It was like disc shaped. We must have been obsessed with that when we were making the ships. We're like, well, if we're going to make our own flying saucers, we might as well make them disc shaped. So they're disc shaped, and we're on like the top level, and we're basically sitting in like really comfy chairs, and we're strapped in, and then there's this like dome over us so we can see out, but we're protected from everything, and there's this almost like a shield that's around the entire ship, so we don't like burn up or anything like that as we're exiting the atmosphere. So it was pretty cool. It was a short little dream, but it was cool, and it was one of those things where we only had a week's notice to leave. But I'm like looking around at the devastation, because you could see it as we're launching and ascending. It's like it's horrible. So it must have been something really, really bad. I'm just glad I lived through it to be able to be on the last ship. So that was that.